Reporting live, it's Hawkeye here. I got Duchess with me out for a hike.
What's up, YouTube?
So we're doing a backpacking trip. We got in last night pretty late and then woke up a little late today. It's about 9 o'clock right now, but by the time we were set up camp and everything, it was after 2, so we could really use the sleep. Got about a 24-mile loop that Duchess here found on All Trails. It's called the Shenandoah National Park loop. So we're doing that today. It should take us into tomorrow, and I think the finale is going to be Old Rag, but we'll have to check the map and see. So thanks for coming along. I hope you enjoy the hike. So we're about 2.5 miles in right now, still climbing. It's a lot of elevation out from where we camped, so all the way up to Skyline Drive and then to Hawksbill. We'll just be climbing the whole way. But that means after that, most of the day should be pretty flat or downhill, which is good because we're trying to pick up 18 miles today to put us at the base of Old Rag for tomorrow. So the one thing we have in our favor is the sun's not going to go down until about 8:30, so hopefully we can pack these miles in. Alright, so we're up here at Hawksbill Summit, and over my right shoulder is Old Rag, and that's where we're trying to get to for tonight, be at the foot. So that way tomorrow we can just hike right up it. That's about 14 miles away, so we're running low on time. We got about 7 hours of daylight left, so we're hoping to get there. And up here is beautiful, great views. It's the highest point in the park, so if you haven't been here already, definitely suggest checking it out.
We're about like 12 miles in. Not where we wanted to be at today. We want to be at that 18-mile mark. It's not looking good. We bumped it back to 16. Still not looking good. It's after 6 o'clock. Somewhere along the lines, I hurt my knee, and the downhills are just brutal on it. It's very painful to go downhill for me with my left knee. We did research some trails to get back to the car quicker. So we're going to try and hike a little bit further out, set up a spot to camp and see how my knee feels in the morning. but if it doesn't get better, we're gonna have to cut it a little bit short and possibly take a different trail back and be done a little sooner and cut out Old Rag. Not super pissed off about cutting out Old Rag because I did do it before with Hawkeye and it was a good time, so it's not something I'll be missing. But I would definitely like for my knee to heal overnight and get up Old Rag and back down it and see the great views.
Saw a bear about a mile back. Now there's a bear running right up the trail right now. It's a big one. So that's 2 bears on Indian Run, all within a mile of each other. So bears are out here. Trail's pretty tough, so we're the only people out here. I have to say I'm not too surprised about Duchess's knee. Noticed around mile 4 he started dropping back, and it's not like him to be in the back and for me to have to wait for him at all, especially on downhills. We've done a lot of backpacking together and we're usually pretty much step for step, so something's definitely up with that. So just told him to, you know, listen to his body and let's not put ourselves in a situation where we're farther away from, you know, getting in the car than we have to be tomorrow. So we'll see. All right, well, we found where we're gonna put camp for tonight. I planned on cowboy camping like I did last night, but the terrain's really not suitable for that. So luckily I brought this cheapo hammock that I reviewed a few times ago. I remember I said it was like a chill hammock, so that's pretty much what it is. But tonight I'm going to use it to get off the ground, and it's just going to be where I sleep because I don't feel like sleeping with a bunch of sticks up my butt or anything like that. And I'm pretty tired, so I'm pretty confident that I'll fall asleep in pretty much anything. So it's about 8:15 right now, and I think we're just going to cook dinner, hang the bear bag because at this point we've seen 3 bears in the past 2 miles, and then probably go to sleep, listen to some music maybe. We're both pretty beat, so we'll see. Good morning. Just packed up camp, had some breakfast, now we're back on the trail. Over breakfast we were talking. We're not going to tackle Old Rag today. His knee's still not feeling 100%, and that would make it like a 10.5 mile day when we could have the opportunity to do a 5.5 mile day and get back to the car, especially if he's hurting a little bit. Old Rag, there's some little technical parts to it, I guess you could say, and a lot of scrambling, so he'd have a hard time, and I just don't think we'd make those miles in that time today, in the time we have allotted for this. So play it safe. We still have 5.5 miles back to the vehicle, so still a nice morning hike, and hopefully things start loosening up for everybody. Duchess is way back there. His knee's killing him. Even though we're going down this, you know, semi-improved road, it's just the downhill and the impact that's killing his left knee. Hopefully he catches up sometime soon because I think we only have about 2.5 miles left. So far, it's been very scenic for a fire road. We saw 4 bears and 2 of them were cubs climbing a tree, which is pretty cool. So I've seen like 6 bears this trip right now, which is a new record for me. But nice day, can't complain. Yeah, he's way back there. Alright, so we made it back to the vehicle, and Duchess hardly made it in, so it's a good thing he identified yesterday that we needed to shorten the trip because there's no way we would have done 10 today. He basically crawled into the 6 miles we had to do today. So it's important to identify when your body's trying to tell you something and make sure you can make adjustments. Have an out plan as always, because you never know. We're getting older, we're not in our 20s anymore, so we gotta start listening to our bodies. If it's telling us something, we gotta make adjustments. So he actually has a YouTube channel too. It's all about tech and custom PC builds if you want to check that out. I'll link it in the description. Well, I'm glad you came along on another Hawkeye adventure, modified Hawkeye adventure. If you haven't hit the subscribe button already, make sure you do. Hit the ding dong so you get the notifications. And as always, you heard it here first.